In this video, we will start to explore how we can combine the drop-down list function together with the VLOOKUP function. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that these values are on a different tab compared to where we will display the results. And this is very important because this is a common skill needed if you're going to create dashboards or designs where you have one place you put in your data and the other place you will show your data or show the results or the formulas. So let's start and explore how to do that. Well, first of all, let's look at our situation here. We have here some wonderful coffee products or all kind of drinks like coffee, tea, and cakes. And we have a matching list of prices. And what we want is on this tab, the Show Value tab, we want to show the selected item. So this should be a drop-down where we will select, for example, coffee or the brewed coffee and eventually use VLOOKUP to get the matching price. So let's start and explore how to do this. First of all, we have here these items, and what we want to do is by default go to Show Values and select the cell where we want to display the drop-down button. And in our case, it is C3. That's the cell value. So if you are on your Home tab, just go to your Data tab, and in Data, you can see all the options here, and we need Data Validation. Select this, and once you select this, it will ask you what is the criteria of your data or the validation criteria. Well, in our case, remember we had a list of values, so we select list. Once we have a list, then Excel is asking for the source. So, all right, where is the source of this list? Let's click on this button. And once we click on that, we can now move on to our second tab, the drop-down tab. And if you see that and you pay careful attention, it starts to move and it shows now here equals drop-down, meaning Excel understands that you are now, or the values of the source of the values are on this tab, the drop-down tab, and then we select this list here from A2 up till A9, showing here matching. All right, once we got that, press enter. So this is the value. It says you drop down from here to there, confirm, and there you are. And now we have our items here. So you can see here what happens if I, for example, adjust the brewed coffee to plain coffee. You will see immediately the value is starting to change as well from brewed coffee to coffee. And if I would go back here and put in brewed coffee again, enter, confirm, you can see the selected value will not change. Why? Because this is basically the text value, but in your drop down, it has been updated to brewed coffee. So now we select brewed coffee, there you are. So here, now we need the price. So how will we get the price? Well, very simple. We will use the VLOOKUP function. To do that, type in equal and type in here VLOOKUP, open parentheses, and then you get the four options here. The VLOOKUP value, so what's the value we're going to search for? Well, in our case, we want to know whatever we select here should get the price matching of this item here. So we select this. All right, then comma, then the table array. So where can we find the values? Well, we need to go to the second tab. Select here, drop down. And you can see now it already understands it needs to search the value or the table array, in the drop down tab, and then we select this list here. There you are. So this is our table array, and then once we did that, comma, then you get the column index number. So the column index number is basically this. It asks in which column can we find the value, or can we extract the value that we want? Well, in this case, we search here the matching name, and then we want to extract the matching price. So if this is column 1, well, we start here. Remember, we have A2 up to B 9. So this is column 1 of the table array, and this is column 2 of the table array. So the column index number is number 2, because this is the second column in the table array that we want. Comma, and then we have the range lookup, the range lookup value, true or false. 90% of the time you will use false as an exact match. There are cases, and we have videos for that, where you will use the true approximate match. However, most of the time, no need. So always go for false here in this case, because we want the exact match. Yes, if it's a ranging match, it might be any value nearby to that specific value. So it could be if you had a value of 2.20, it will search for the nearest one within the range. However, we're not going to focus on that. So we say no, we want the matching value, which is 250. Alright, once we got that, we type and enter. Now you can see we got the price from the VLOOKUP match with the brewed coffee. So what happened now if I adjust this to espresso? Then we get $3. So how much was espresso? Espresso is $3. And this is how you can use it, and you can use and make a lot of items with this and make a nice dashboard where you can create interactive effects along with this. This is very useful for dashboard where you have a user that will search for items and then just using by clicking. No need to do any Excel options. So if you like this and you want to know more about different Excel functions, subscribe to my channel. And if you have a question, perhaps you're still struggling with this, because this is a quite challenging item, put your comment below with your issue and I'll make sure I'll follow up on you.